Hello, everybody, and welcome to Church at Home with Rachel for Monday, the 9th of June. Today, I am going to shamelessly rip off a little video I saw that my husband Rob sent me via Messenger. He sends me reels all the time. And this one was a very powerful one, um, talking about the echo of small promises. And it's just a simple video of a man standing telling a story that he had gone into a restaurant, and he noticed he was at the lunch bar, and there was a group of young women, sort of college age young women, who were waiting to be seated, and a father and his daughter came in, and the daughter was dressed up like a Disney princess, the whole thing, the tiara, the wand, the dress, the works, and the dad looked pleased as punch, no embarrassment or anything. And the gentleman, the person at the door, the host, came and asked them for which table they wanted. They said table for two. And the girls, these young college age girls, walked over and said, "Are you a real Disney princess? Are you Sleeping Beauty?" And the little girl said, "Yes, I am." And they said, "Can we have your autograph?" And they chatted away with her. And when the host came to say that their table was ready, they said, "Oh, please give it to the Sleeping Beauty and her father." So they went and sat down first. The only other seats were available were at the lunch bar, the counter. So they went and sat at the counter, and this gentleman who's narrating the story asked them, "That was very kind of you. Why did you do that?" And the one young woman with an Italian accent said that during the World War II, there was a young American soldier who was known for doing small things, acts of kindness. He would fix things, and he would play with the kids, and he would talk to the people and treat them with respect, a respect they hadn't seen for a very long time. And when the war was over, he was still there waiting to redeploy home. And the things that had happened during the war started to bubble up. So the people who sided with the government and the people who sided with the Allies, but there was no one there to protect them. Those rifts started to show. People who felt like they had received, they earned some power, started to try to exert it in this small village. And this group of angry citizens who thought that the grandfather of this young Italian woman, that family, had had sided with the wrong people, and they had done all the wrong things, they came and were threatening them. And the young soldier, American soldier, went and stood in front of them. He was going to protect them from this group of people. And then all of a sudden, all of the villagers came and stood around the young soldier at like a wall. They circled him and the family, keeping them safe. And the rest of these hooligans, these rabble rousers, thought, "Oh, well, they must all be soldiers or something." And so they thought that the people were protected, and they went away. The young soldier simply stood up and did the right thing. And because his integrity had been doing that all along, they continued to do that. And it was called the Rhino's Echo. That was the name of the article that was this would be talked about. Because the Rhino, he has nicknamed because he was big guy with a big nose like a rhinoceros. But he was nicknamed the Rhino. And he simply did what he knew to do. He took care of people. He was gentle and kind. And even when the conflict was over, that the parts of who he was that exuded who he was as a soldier, that the kindness that his own parents and grandparents probably instilled in him, came forward into the family, into the village of this small Italian village. And so he taught them all, the people, how important it is for these acts of kindness, how important it is to be gentle and kind to people regardless of the situation. And so this grandfather passed it down onto his to his granddaughter, who was living in the States and was now being so kind to this little girl dressed up like Sleeping Beauty. And she told the author, the gentleman who was speaking in the video, she said, "Always leave behind a smile. Make sure that when you're leaving people, you leave them with a smile. Give them something to smile about." And he titled his speech, "The Echo of Small Promises." How beautiful is that? Really, how difficult is it for us to do something kind? How difficult is it to smile at someone, to offer them peace and hope and love, to go out of your way to hold the door open or pay for someone's coffee or simply top up the change when they're short? How difficult is it to give up your chair, your seat on the train or on a bus for someone else who maybe has children or lots of bags to carry or just looks plain old fashioned worn out. It is so easy for us to do a good thing. It takes almost no effort. When we really think about it, it takes almost no effort to leave behind a smile. And I think as we head into this week, especially considering everything that's happened on the weekend, with the weekend in Los Angeles and all of the things that are in our world and in our lives that are just feeling so like the wildfires in Canada and all of these things. There's so much that does not leave behind a smile. That makes it even more important that we make sure we leave behind a smile. So my prayer for you this day is that you will be able to leave behind a smile. And then whatever door you walk through, after you've left behind a smile for someone else, you walk into a smile that someone else has left for you. Find ways to leave those echoes of small promises, promises of hope and peace and kindness. Because if we can bombard the world with those things, then eventually the bombardment of the bad things will have to bow to the power of the good. I really believe that. Leave behind a smile and go looking for the smile that was left behind for you. Have a great day. God bless you. I'll see you again tomorrow for Church at Home with Rachel.